Okay, good day. So this is the continuation of our lecture on transformation method for trigonometric functions. So we are on the type 4 already. So this is the integral of secant u raised to m du. We have the cosecant u raised to n du, or for the case of, we have secant u raised to m, tangent u raised to n du, and cotangent u raised to m, cosecant u raised to n du. Wherein the condition when it comes to these exponents, m and n are positive even integers. So let's have our example. So for example, let us evaluate the integral of tangent raised to 5x, or tangent x raised to 5, secant x raised to 4 dx. So when it comes to tangent and secant, so what are the useful identities? Or we have one useful identity, that is 1 plus the tangent squared of x is equal to the secant squared of x. So all you have to do is simplify our integrand. Let's have the term secant squared x. So for our integrand, we can rewrite this one as the integral of tangent raised to 5x. So secant raised to 4, we can rewrite this one as secant squared x, then another secant squared x dx. And all we have to do is substitute the equivalent of secant squared x. So that will be equal to the integral of tangent raised to 5x, then secant squared of x. So again, what is the equivalent of secant squared x is simply 1 plus the tangent squared x, then again multiplied by dx. All we have to do now is distribute this term. So we have that as equal to, this is the integral of tangent raised to 5 of x, then we have secant squared of x multiplied by 1, then separated by an additional or addition operation. So that is plus the integral of tangent raised to 5x multiplied by tangent squared x. That is the same as tangent raised to 7 of x, then we have the secant squared of x dx. So we should also put dx on the first term. So we have now for both terms, so we have the secant squared x. If we have now that term, all we have to do is, we may now perform integration. If we are to recall, basically, what is the derivative of tangent of u? That is basically equal to the secant squared of u du. That's why we need to extract the equivalent of secant squared x from the given integrand. So we may now perform integration. All we have to do is use u. What is our u? That will be the tangent of x. So what is our du again? So the derivative of tangent x is the secant squared of x dx. And we have that for both terms. So for the first term, the exponent of the tangent is 5. And for the second term, the exponent of the tangent is equal to 7. We can now apply the power formula. So this is now equal to the integral. So we are not using the integral sign anymore, since we are now integrating. So that is the tangent of 5 plus 1 of x, that is divided by 5 plus 1, then plus for the second term, we have that as the tangent of 7 plus 1 of x divided by 7 plus 1, then plus the constant c. So we simplify. So this is now the same as tangent raised to 6 of x divided by 6 plus this is now tangent raised to 8 of x, okay, divided by 8 plus c. So our final answer, this is tangent raised to 8 of x divided by 8, then plus we have tangent raised to 6 of x divided by 6 plus the constant c. So this will be our final answer for our first example. Okay, so next example. So let's try. That is the integral of a cotangent a cube of x. Then we have a cosecant. Okay, cosecant raised to 6 of x dx. So when it comes to the cotangent and the cosecant, so what is our useful identity? So still from the Pythagorean identity, we have 1 plus, that is cotangent squared of x is equal to the cosecant squared of x. So all we have to do is extract or factor out the equivalent of cosecant squared x from our integrand. So we can rewrite this one as equal to, that is the integral of cotangent cube of x. So this is raised to 6. So we can rewrite this one as cosecant squared of x. So we have a remaining 4. This is multiplied by cosecant raised to 4 of x dx. Then again we need to extract cosecant squared of x. So this is the integral of cotangent raised to 3 of x cosecant squared of x. So we are maintaining this one since this is we'll be needing this term later on our integration. So if it is cosecant raised to 4, that is the same as cosecant squared of x, then quantity squared. So cosecant raised to 4 of x is the same as cosecant squared x squared. Again, multiplied by dx. Then we substitute the equivalent of cosecant squared x, that is equal to the integral of cotangent raised to 3 of x multiplied by cosecant squared of x. Again, what is the equivalent of cosecant squared of x is 1 plus the cotangent squared of x quantity squared dx. Then again, we need to expand this term inside the parentheses. That is the integral of cotangent cube of x multiplied by cosecant squared of x. Simply, we need to expand this binomial, that is 1 plus 2 cotangent of x or cotangent squared of x, then plus, that is now cotangent raised to 4 of x, close parenthesis, multiplied by dx. So again, if you are to clarify, the quantity 1 plus cotangent squared of x quantity squared is equal to this term. We have 1 plus 2 cotangent squared of x plus cotangent raised to 4 x, then quantity multiplied by dx. So next step is we need to distribute this term to all terms inside the parentheses. So this is now equal to the integral of cotangent cube of x cosecant squared of x simply multiplied by 1. Then multiplied by dx. Then plus, that is separated by addition operation. That is the integral of we have 2 So we have a constant 2. So this is 2 cotangent cube multiplied by cotangent squared is 2 times the cotangent raised to 5 of x. Okay, then cosecant squared of x dx. Then lastly, for this term, then multiplied by the last term. Again, separated by addition operation, so this plus the integral. What is cotangent cube multiplied by cotangent raised to 4? So that is the same as cotangent raised to 7x. Then we have the cosecant squared of x dx. Again, so we should maintain a cosecant squared of x since that is necessary later on our integration. We'll be needing cosecant squared x for every term. If we are to recall, what is the derivative of cotangent of u? That is equal to negative cosecant squared of u du. So that's why we need a value or a term of cosecant squared u in every term of our integrand. So now we may now perform integration. So using u equal to, what is our u? The u is equal to the cotangent of x. Again, what is our du? Our du is equal to negative cosecant squared of x dx. Since it is a negative, we'll be needing a correction factor equal to a negative 1 for every term. So when it comes to the first term, the value of the exponent is equal to 3 for cotangent. The exponent for the second term is 5. And the exponent for the last term is 7. There, we can now start, or we can now perform integration. So again, simply by using the power formula or the power rule. So this is now equal to, so the integral of cotangent cube x cosecant squared of x. So that is the same as cotangent n is equal to 3. That is 3 plus 1 x divided by 3 plus 1. Again, don't forget our correction factor. Negative 1. Then next is negative 1. We have a constant of 2. So that is multiplied by 2. That is cotangent raised to 5 plus 1 of x divided by the 5 plus 1. Then plus, lastly, or we should not use plus sign. Since again, we'll be using a correction factor of negative 1 for all the terms. So negative, that is cotangent raised to 7 plus 1 of x divided by 7 plus 1, then plus the constant c. So we simplify. So this is now equal to negative cotangent raised to 4 of x. Okay, this is divided by 4. Okay, minus we have 2 cotangent raised to 6 of x divided by 6. Then minus, this is now cotangent raised to 8 of x divided by 8. Then plus c. So we further simplify. This is now equal to, I'll be just rearranging the terms. This is negative cotangent raised to 8 of x divided by 8. Then minus, so what is 2 over 6? 2 over 6 is 1/3. So that is cotangent raised to 6 of x divided by 3. Then minus, this is cotangent raised to 4 of x divided by 4 plus c. So this will be our final answer for our second example.